Hello, good afternoon. This is Mayra Soler from Central Florida, that realtor that's been talking to you about a whole bunch of questions customers are bringing over. One of them is the inspection. That is something that everybody wants to know. If it is so important, if it is really, really something that they should spend money on, to me, is a worth it worth to do it. You are buying an extremely expensive thing. Is your a huge commitment what you're doing. 30 years you're going to be paying a house. So you should be sure that you're getting what you're paying for. So with me is Mr. David Diaz. He is the owner of Budget Inspection and Budget Services, sorry. And he is a great inspector with tons of years of experience here in Central Florida. I would like to introduce you to him and also let him tell you about how important or why it is that you should get inspected. Your property should get inspected before you move any further. So, David, tell them.
Hello. Thank you. So the reason for a home inspection is to basically make sure that you get a property that is usable. So
Yeah.
a lot of times there's hidden conditions, and so as a home inspector, we're kind of detectives, and so we get on the roof, we go in the attic, we look at the air conditioning system, the plumbing system, everything, the electrical system, and so the idea is when the buyer is going through, when your customer is going through the house, they're going to see things that are obvious. Our job is to find things that are less obvious. So when they get in the home, six months later,
Yeah.
a year later, there's not any surprises
Yeah.
that are going to cost them a lot of money. And in this way, if they know that there's issues, they can make a decision, an informed decision, on whether to buy the house or move on and look for another one, or maybe even try to negotiate a different price or repairs.
The repairs or the replacement. And we just went through Hurricane Irma was there, and there's a whole bunch of roofs out there that are needing some sort of real serious inspection, because you don't know if those shingles are in position, that if they're glued, if they're right, or if they're not. So in order for you to sleep well and happy, right?
That's right.
Like, I bought my house, I live in my castle. Let's make sure before you move in that property is in perfect condition. But there are different types of inspection. So the home inspection, that is the regular one, that is inspection that we should do on houses that are less than 30 years old, right? That have been constructed less than 30 years.
For the 4-point. So basically, all houses should be inspected, because you don't know, a lot of times we'll go do an inspection and the house is well maintained and somebody's been living in there for years. And we'll go up in the attic and we'll say, did you know that you have, the duct is separated or something? And so they don't know that. They're not necessarily trying to be dishonest. They just don't know. But for a house that's over 30 years old, it requires a 4-point. So what the 4-point does is it's an inspection that the insurance requires. It'll help you get a better rate. And we're looking basically at the roof, the electrical system, the plumbing system, and the air conditioning system. And so they want to make sure that there's no unsafe conditions that would result in either death or accident or a claim because the plumbing was going bad. And you get in the house 2 months later, you got a new policy and you have a flood. And so the insurance company wants to mitigate the risk. And so that's what the wind mitigation, or the 4-point inspection, is for. Now the wind mitigation is another specialty type inspection, and it's also for the insurance. So the insurance is basically, at this point, looking for how is the house built? How secure is it under heavy winds? And so what they do is we go up in the attic, and the insurance wants to know how the house is fastened together what kind of straps, how big the nails are, how many nails, with the shape of the roof. So will the wind blow by the house, or will it want to push the house?
Okay.
And so that's what the wind mitigation is for. So the idea is that if the house is secure and strong, they will give you a better insurance price. But if it's a house that doesn't have the extra features, then your cost goes up. And the funny thing about that is some houses that are 30 years old, 40 years old, have some of the features that would give you a discount, even though it wasn't code back then. But you don't know that until you actually get up there in the attic and start looking for these features.
So as you see, inspection is really, really important. And he mentioned something, the impact on the cost of your insurance. Remember that your monthly payment, if you are financing, involve that insurance. So if you want to have, to make sure that you're going to be treated right, that the insurance company are going to give you the best price, that is an important thing, to have your property inspected. So now we have more reasons to do that. So we're going to continue talking about other type of inspection soon. So thank you for being with us. Please contact me if anything that you need. Is 787-948-8437. And David is available at what phone number?
407-892-8811. And we have a lovely lady, Paula, that answers the phone, and she'll take care of any of the needs you have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.